Pretty good over here? Having a good time? So you get a Jokestar, you get the electricity shut off in the middle of the show. We're gonna keep this baby going. So like I said about Jokestar, what we do, training some comedians, training people who don't have the stand-up ability. Anybody here ever try stand-up comedy? Everybody, anybody? You gone up? How many times? Oh, how'd you like the experience?
Pretty good.
Yeah? Why'd you stop? Just nothing. Holidays? Oh, so you might try it again? Okay, cool. Well, great. The next person coming up actually is the same thing. Wanted to try it. Had some tutelage from the comedians, so like the show the Jokestar is promoting. And I'm going to bring her up now. She's an actress who has her one-woman show called How I Became an Astronaut. Everybody, give a warm welcome for Fara Greenbaum.
Hey guys, thanks for coming out. How's everybody doing? All right. How you doing, ma'am? Yeah? Good. Don't you hate when people ask you how you're doing? No, it doesn't bother you. I don't know. It bothers me sometimes. I know people ask me all the time, and I'm like, I can't complain. Which is a lie. Because I can totally complain. But complaining can be useful. Complainers are responsible for the advancement of civilization. I would have been fantastic in the Stone Age. I totally could have annoyed some guy into discovering fire. It's fucking freezing. I'm sick of eating a mammoth carpaccio. And can we get some light up in this cave? I never know who the father is. But today, I actually have no complaints. Mostly because I haven't gotten any voicemails. I hate getting voicemails, it stresses me out. Every time I get I'm changing my greeting. At the sound of the tone, just fucking text me. Every time I get a voicemail, it's one of three things. It's my mother, Bank of America, or CVS Pharmacy. All of them are automated calls. Hi, it's your mom. For guilt, press 1. To talk about people you don't know and don't give a fuck about, press 2. To hear about their funerals, press 3. And I hate, I hate talking on the phone. Like, if I have to make it's so freaking complicated. Like, let's say I have to make a call, right? First I have to go into my phone and find the phone part of the phone. And I don't answer my phone. Because I don't know how. I always accidentally press mute with my face and hang up on people. Which is actually genius because now they can just fucking text me. I love texting. I think texting was nature's ultimate plan for opposable thumbs. Yeah. It's so efficient. You guys, you know what's the opposite of texting? Southerners. It's true, they take so freaking long to say anything. By the time they're done, I've completely lost the will to live. I had to call AT&T the other day in the service centers in Georgia, and I get like, hello, and thank you for calling AT&T. This call may be monitored or recorded for quality purposes. How may I help you today? Well, I did have a question about my phone bill, but now I need someone to tighten this noose. I always wonder, how do Southerners text? You know, it's like we're shortening words. They're adding letters. How are you? So good to hear from you. That's exactly what they sound like when I push them off a cliff. Some groups of people are just hard to understand. You ever listen to somebody speaking in an Eastern European accent? It sounds like somebody crumpling paper. Yeah. There's other groups that are hard to understand, like men. Yeah. For example, I was dating this guy, and talking to him was it's like I was just constantly looking in the refrigerator, and I couldn't remember why. For example, one time he told me he'd call me tomorrow, and he didn't call for 3 days, and then he explained, he's like, when I said tomorrow, I didn't mean the day after that day tomorrow. I meant a tomorrow. I had to break up with him. Because I was so tired of waiting for the release of his Rosetta Stone. Yeah, so, romance. Everybody in New York is too busy for romance. 90% of romance in New York is people walking around looking at each other and thinking, I'd fuck you if I had time. gosh, like nobody stops to say hi. Like on the way over here, I was exchanging glances with a sexy guy on the street, and I was like, you know what, this time I'm gonna stop, right? So I did, and I just like stripped naked right there on the sidewalk. I didn't exactly strip naked, but I took my headphones off. I didn't really actually take my headphones off, but I turned the volume down. What do you guys think about men wearing jewelry? Yes, no, maybe so. Right? I don't know. To me, some jewelry is like a deal breaker. This guy asked me out recently, and I was like, you know, no thanks. Your jewelry is a really big turnoff. He's like, what jewelry? Your wedding ring. Yeah, I hate it when married guys hate on me. It's like, it's not my problem that you married a woman that won't swallow. Coffee's always dribbling down her chin. I love men, but they do mystify me. I had this mystifying episode recently. This is a true story. I was walking home the other night, and this like young, like good-looking African man stops me and he says, "Would you enjoy the oral sex?" Who does that? Who says the oral sex? I was like, no, thanks, I'm good. I'm full. Here's another thing I don't get. Is like Muslim terrorists looking forward to getting 72 virgins in heaven. Is that really a good idea, like 72 sexually inexperienced women? It doesn't even add up to one good blowjob. I have however learned a few things about men that I will share with you, lucky people. The first is, ladies, you ever dating some guy and one day he just disappears, you never hear from him again? Was that a yes? Are you with me? All right, because it happens to me on like a weekly basis, so you know what I'm saying. Anyway, if it has happened, I can explain exactly why. He died. You sort of look like you died 1,000 deaths, am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Lazarus. Yeah, he died. He died. He died of complications from being a douchewad. It happens, you know. Douchewads are like the French of the jerks, you know. Je suis un douchewad. Now, douche, as we know, means shower in French, right? And also vaginal cleanser, which makes no sense because it's self-cleaning like an oven, is it not? N'est-ce pas? I don't know. Another thing I've learned, this is the only other thing I've learned, is that men will say anything to get in your pants. Right? Okay. Which is why I have learned to take everything I hear with a grain of sperm. But, you know, I don't know. So I'm single. And, no, but you know, monogamy's hard. I don't think long-term relationships are necessarily all they're cracked up to be. I was in a fantastic relationship, actually, for 8 years. But, like, by the 7th year, he started staying out really late every night. And I'd be at home alone thinking, God, I hope he stays out all night so I can keep the entire bed to myself. Yeah. One great thing about being single is I don't have to shave my legs. I can just let the hair run wild. Right? Guys, if you ever date me, you can totally tell how into you I am by how much hair I have on my body. Completely clean shaven, very into. Legs only, getting bored. Full on gorilla. The sex sucks, but I do enjoy cuddling. Yeah, I don't know. I've dated all kinds of guys, but I wouldn't date Jesus. He's not my type. Too Jewish. You know. Yeah, I'm Jewish. My last name is Greenbaum, which means green tree in German, and my mother's maiden name was Goldberg, which means gold mountain, and her mother's maiden name was Zornberg, which means ice mountain. So my entire family could actually be rides at Disney World. But I want to do that DNA testing. You know that DNA testing that they have, right? Because I'm convinced I have black ancestors. And here's why. I have a lot of rhythm. I do. I was born with it. In fact, if you saw me dancing and you closed your eyes, you would think that I was black. One last thing, I was on the subway yesterday and I saw a suspicious package. Yeah, I saw this really tiny guy with an abnormally large bulge in his pants. And it looked suspicious. So I had to say something. Because if you see something, say something. So I said, do you need help carrying that? He goes, no, thanks, I'm good. I'm full. Thank you guys very much. You've been a fantastic audience. And it's my pleasure to be with you all tonight. And Jesus, this guy is tall.
One more time. Unbelievable job, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, we having a good time? Yeah. Love that, love it. This next guy is a very good friend of mine. I met him doing stand-up about 5